All right, welcome in Scorpios to your June monthly tarot reading. So we are tapping into the collective of Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus Scorpios. So welcome, welcome. How are you all doing? How's the spring been treating you? We are moving into the summer solstice month, which I love the summer solstice. So we'll get some good information for you all to see what's happening in June, what to be aware of, any guidance that can help you all. So this is a general read. So again, just take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Don't forget to take a look at your rising moon or Venus sign readings as well. Because you'll get something somewhere. There's a message for you somewhere. And if anyone's interested in a private reading, you can schedule one in the description and the link below. So just wanted to remind everyone. Also, where did I put those? I had a couple people asking, so I'm just kind of adding these to the June reading. But if you weren't aware, I'm also a spiritual author, and I have 2 books out. It is The Sum of Everything, Book 1 and 2. And you can get these on Amazon. I think they're still on Barnes & Noble. They were, but I haven't checked on there in a long time. But yeah, if you're interested in getting some information about the human existence in relation to heaven, you can go out there and check them out. All right, let's pull some oracle cards for June. What is happening? So we have Stand Still for the first one out. Security. And pleasure. So I immediately picked on, I feel like you've been in this place of standstill, and there's a reason for that, Scorpios. I feel like the universe is just trying to give you some assurance that we know things have been kind of slow, or you feel like you've kind of been, nothing's been kind of moving forward, or nothing has changed. But I feel this like gestation period for you, Scorpios. Like you were in this womb, or you were like a caterpillar, if I can talk, caterpillar in the, just like, again, waiting in the cocoon. And there's this like stillness about this period. What's interesting is below the scenes of what you're experiencing and what you're externally seeing, there's this beautiful calm energy of like, even in this card, I'm picking up on like you have the almost like the willows or the moss trees, and you have this beautiful crane or bird, and then the water's so still, and in this like little haven here, it's just, there's this essence of just like peace and quiet, even though you're like, well, I don't feel peace right now, or haven't been. I don't think you're seeing what's underneath the experience yet. And for some reason I'm picking up, I want to read the security card, which is in the middle here. So I'm going to do that. So the sacred landscape wants you to know you are safe and protected. No matter what is occurring in your life, you are in safe hands. Those in the realm of spirit are watching over you. You can relax and let go. Once you take measures to protect yourself and those you love, such as making sure everyone has their seatbelt on in the car, making sure your insurance is paid on time, or replacing the filter on your heating unit, then let it go. If you have been hypervigilantly lately, taking a break. Or it says, if you have been hypervigilant lately, take a break, relax, know that all is well. You can turn it all over to the Creator. So yeah, it's like right in the middle here. If you needed, you definitely needed to hear that right now, Scorpios. I feel like maybe there has been some worries about a situation, or just feeling like, God, is there anyone there supporting me? Or I do feel like that's just reassurance, like you are protected if you're going through something right now, or have been, and it's making you a little uneasy. Know that everything's going to be okay. It's almost like they're ensuring the path forward ahead, like on this pleasure card, is going to be pleasurable. I do feel like there's a period here of a new path opening up, and you're moving into a new kind of period of a lot more abundance in regards to just more emotional abundance. Like you're feeling and more increase of good feelings, maybe enjoyment, fulfillment, just good stuff here. And there's like a gateway here. So we are, right now, we are going through a portal of energy. If you go out and look, a lot of people are talking about it. There's a lot happening with the energies right now. And I feel you are specifically going to be, this portal is really big for you guys in regards to like walking through a new kind of landscape in your life. Where you were at was kind of this, like, again, gestational period, kind of quiet, not movement, kind of almost, maybe you have even felt stuck, but you're being guided and protected right now. So I like that for you all. All right, let's take a look here. So first card out is the Two of Swords. Definitely kind of feeling withdrawn within yourself. There's kind of some blocks here. But I like in the background on this deck that like the sun or the sunlight's kind of starting to show through the cloudiness. So there's some shift happening slowly but surely here. Queen of Wands, Five of Cups, Ace of Swords, Four of Cups, and let's see, that's not the Hierophant. So you know, the first thing I'm picking up, and that's the thing with tarot, if you are interested in reading or learning, or if you're already kind of starting, one thing to do is like anything that when you initially lay cards down, like what is it that you pick up on, like just intuitively, or notice within the cards. And different decks, which I like switching the decks up, which you notice I do, and most tarot readers do. You know, it kind of helps to give different perspective. The different decks, the art is going to also influence the messages coming across. So it's not like every Two of Swords you get is going to be the exact same meaning. But what I picked up here, the Five of Cups is really about grief or loss, going through some sort of sadness. And what's interesting here on the Two of Swords, if you can see, there's this man in the water that kind of looks like he's unconscious, or even, you know, periled at some sort of storm here, or off the boat. And she's kind of the lone survivor here. So there's this essence of potentially going through something chaotic or difficult, challenging. And it feels like there was some things in your life that you kind of lost through this, or that you are losing. And there is some sadness here around this, kind of, you know, feeling the grief. But in the middle of that is this Queen of Wands. So she's kind of, to me, this is like you coming out of your cocoon, coming out of your chrysalis. Like you're kind of now coming out and transformed. And that Queen of Wands is, you know, that's the energy of passion and confidence and influence and creativity. And there's this new wave of kind of finding yourself after this that's really bringing you out of your shell. You're feeling anew, you're feeling reborn, and feeling really energized about where you're going. And there's some sort of like clarity that you're gaining here. And this I feel is coming. It hasn't happened yet. So there's some sort of truth or clarity that's coming that's also helping you with any sort of disappointment. Again, grief, disappointment, sadness. And in this Four of Cups card, this woman is kind of laying and she's looking kind of in a weird distorted view. Like she's kind of has her laying down, but her head's looking backwards. So when you're kind of have your head like that, you're kind of almost looking upside down. So it's similar to like a hanged man, meaning where it's like, I feel like your perception right now is a little distorted. You're not seeing things clearly. It's almost like don't take what you're viewing as truth right now. It's almost like you're not seeing it yet. Okay, you're not seeing the truth yet. So don't just be so, oh my gosh, just focusing on what you don't have, what you lost, what's not going for you. There could be an over kind of that period of you feeling a little bit down about life, like nothing works out for me. These are all belief systems tied to the Four of Cups of like, nothing works out for me, poor me, like, you know, this is never going to happen for me. Like just focusing on what you don't have instead of noticing that behind the scenes something else is happening that you're not really aware of yet. And there's something new coming in with the Hierophant. I do feel like there's going to be some new passionate like commitment to something coming. Like you're going to recommit to something or commit to something new that I feel like is really going to inspire you and that you're really passionate about. There's pleasure coming here in something. So this could also be someone coming in as like a teacher, some sort of wise person that you're really learning a lot from and feeling like they have a lot of knowledge that's going to help you also. And there's some guidance there that's going to help you moving forward. Welcome in Jupiter to the reading. So Scorpios, that's always a positive sign for you all for June. Your luck is changing, so we always like when Jupiter shows up. Except he's big and he's got a lot of tail that gets in the way. Okay, let's keep pulling some cards here. We got the Queen of Swords, Ten of Pentacles, Three of Wands. You know, again, with this deck, what the message I'm getting from this Queen of Swords is almost like with the Ace of Swords too. It's like you're finding your truth. You're really aligning with some sort of truth, and it's providing you new information that's you're really like getting super clear about something in your life. You're getting super clear about the guidance and information from your mind, but also your higher self that's leading you forward. So that's that security and protection right now. I do feel like you're getting a lot of guidance around the path right now and the path ahead. You know, the Ten of Pentacles can also refer to like ancestral information, ancestral karma. I also feel like there's a lot of family on the other side and support that's like with you right now. There's a lot of energy around that. And like, there's almost this like with the standstill, and the Three of Wands can be about kind of a waiting game, like a waiting period of like something's coming, like you're know something's coming and you're waiting for something to turn or something to shift. But I feel like you've put something out in the universe, like a wish or an intention, and the Three of Wands can be about it finally coming to you. So 9 of Swords, 4 of Wands, and the 3 of Swords. Yeah, I feel like, you know, again, this is just confirming the message around the 5 of Cups and things. Like, I do feel like you're going through something right now, Scorpio, in your life. And there's kind of a change. It could be a loss. It could be a change that's kind of, you know, bittersweet for you. But there definitely is some heartache. There's some sadness around this, grief. And it's creating some anxiety about what's next for you. I feel like this has really kind of stripped you naked in a sense, energetically and spiritually. This whole situation or just life experiences, and there is some like fear around what's ahead now. Like, you've been stripped of things, maybe things that you really held on to, that you were thinking, hey, this was going to be my future, this was going to work out for me, and it didn't. So there's something here in the heart of the reading about just your security, it could be a relationship or like your living situation or a house or something where like you kind of put a lot of investment in this, and now it's kind of rethinking like, what is, like I said, what's my future now? Like, what am I doing next? What's ahead? Because it's all kind of been thrown up in the air for you. And now there's a waiting game here, which the waiting thing does kind of open up. You know, I feel like old wounds, you could say have been opened up, but the reality is that these wounds never healed. They were always there. And maybe you were just they were unconscious. They kind of weren't creating a lot of discomfort or like pain or, you know, interference. But now it's like, it's time for you to face this stuff and to actually address these wounds. And this situation was just a catalyst to help you do that. And I know I kind of hear some of you rolling your eyes like, oh, great. You know, like, it's not like this is the first time. And I think there's the anxiety of potentially a pattern here too, of like, oh, what's next? And maybe even giving up hope a bit. The Chariot. So this came out in reverse. So I do feel like there's either some resistance or worry about things not moving forward or why things haven't moved forward. I think you're trying to gain clarity, and that's where this Queen of Swords, I was saying, like, finding your truth. I do feel like there's all of a sudden information and you're getting a broader like aha or understanding about what happened, why you are where you are, and maybe why things aren't moving forward as fast as you liked. But let's see here what else comes up. The Magician. You have been manifesting though, and this, maybe it was like a long manifestation where you feel like, well, this has been taking me forever. 5 of Wands. I feel like this is referring to this, for a lot of you, this could be around a relationship, a dynamic here where you've been feeling a lot of space between the two of you. Like there hasn't been connection. You've been really, you know, it's like a slow erosion of the connection and feeling close to somebody. And it's been difficult, but you also, I feel this passion to want to really get out of this energy and get out of this like type of environment. It's like you want connection, you want to feel whole, you want to feel clear, you want clarity, you're tired of suffering or just feeling crappy here. So it's kind of like, okay, what now? I hear this like, what now? And that's kind of the space you're in. I want to get some clarity around the Chariot reversed here. King of Swords. So it's definitely, someone has been the source of this, like, locking up your wheels of your chariot. Like, they've been a block to really things moving forward for you, but not to say it's their fault. I feel like you've also chosen to stay in it. The Fool. Yeah, it's like they've been holding you back from this new path. And the Fool, it's like you're starting the Fool's path, which is like starting a new journey. You're starting a new era of your life here, and there's been some resistance or kind of a delay, and it's tied to somebody who, you know, I'm feeling a lot of cold energy from them, and this could be too between the two of you. It's like there's a lot of cold energy. It's not really warmth. There's not a lot of loving. I'm not feeling the loving vibes here, but yet you guys are like enmeshed and connected, and you can't seem to either like just move on, or you can infuse the love back into the situation because of like just what's happened along the path for between the two of you. What else? Four of Wands. What's the Four of Wands about? Page of Wands. I mean, this almost, to me, stems back from childhood of really wanting to, like, this dream of creating this life that's really feels secure, and creating a life with someone, and creating a life that you wake up and feel good about. Like, whether it's your home, you're just, you know, the connections around you, like the Four of Wands, like the heart. It's like the heart of the home, which I feel like is just that feeling of home isn't, you know, there's a saying of like, home isn't a place, like home is a feeling. And I feel like that's what you've really been wanting since you were a child. And maybe as a child, you didn't feel that either. And again, you're hitting this point of like feeling disappointed and defeated again, of like, I've lost it all again, and here I am back at square one. But what's, let's see the Three of Swords here and the Three of Wands. Three threes. I just thought of that. Eight of Swords. Feeling stuck in this waiting pattern. Like always just like, oh, thinking something's coming or something's here, and then it's not. Yeah, there's definitely a lot about patterns here. Feeling stuck. Feeling bound by connections and people around you that just you can't count on. They're not, you know, responsible. They're not mature. They're impulsive. It's just like, when am I going to attract connections that are actually solid, that they've done their work, they can show up for me and be a support system and a security for me, instead of me always feeling like I have to try and create the security because everyone around me is kind of like a selfish type people. They only think of themselves and what they want and what works for them, and don't understand the impact of their actions to the people around them. So what's the Five of Wands? This is pretty deep. Yeah, Two of Cups. It's definitely about relationships. There's a theme about relationships. This could be around a love relationship specifically, or like family dynamics and patterns. There could be someone specific in your life that you feel like is just holding you back. But there's definitely a conflict here. And I feel like it can be around multiple people in your life, like different dynamics. And you have the Three of Cups. So there's definitely this like third party influence going on. So I feel like it's more than just, if it is a relationship that you're like, yes, but I feel that you can look beyond the relationship at other like family dynamics or friendships right now. And it just feels like, you know, I don't have a lot of connections here that it's like there's always this third party that's creating an imbalance in our relationship, unhealthiness, toxicity, and wanting to create new connections like a soul group that isn't always conflicting. There's like this always this conflict going on. And I feel like a lot of it has to do with people's lack of awareness of the self, taking accountability, doing the work, and just instead deflecting it on everyone else. But what's the truth here? Ace of Swords. The Wheel. The truth is, it's time. Like, there's some fated, destined shift that you are on the precipice of, Scorpios. That's the Fool's Path. There's a divine, fated path that you have to get on here. But all of this is in the way. It could be, you could see it as this relationship is in the way. But this goes way deeper than this relationship. This is talking to ancestral dynamics, family dynamics that have been going on that have created just toxic connections, the inability to really be vulnerable, emotionally available, and mature to truly connect and provide a safe, like truly safe space for you. And that has created a lot of disruption in your life. But the divine timing, June is the divine time. And the truth is coming. And you're really going to be aware of all this, and it's time to shift that. So I'm loving that for you. And let's see, the Hierophant. Sorry, there's a lot to kind of clarify here. I want to see the Hierophant. Two of Swords. Definitely, so this is referring to a commitment. So a commitment could be ending, a commitment that you've been in. Maybe you've been in a committed relationship for a long time, but the old ways of doing things are over. So if you feel like that's been part of the pattern, is like you're finding connections and relationships that really mirror family dynamics that are rooted in such traditional old beliefs, like that have really blocked a lot of people. And you could probably say, yep, like a lot of people in my family are really blind to these unhealthy dynamics and these like unconscious ways of doing things. But this is now over, which is good. It's definitely good for you. It's over in the sense of like the pattern of you being stuck in it is over. Like you're getting free of this. So what's the ultimate guidance here? Four of Pentacles. Yeah, it's like creating a new definition of security, and not just like in your mind, but actually like within your cells, within your body. And it's now manifesting in your reality where you're really finding and creating a new life that is rooted in a security that's like deep within your heart, deep within your feelings, like you feel secure. And High Priestess, this is a new level of like evolving spiritually, and you're just going to feel it. Like you're going to just start feeling more secure and safe, and your life is going to start to mirror that. And that's where we go from the Chariot reversed. And now the Chariot is, what do I want to say? I'm having a block here. The Chariot is, up, or I can't think of the word. But it's not reversed. So we're going back to where now the energy is coming to move us forward. Where before what was happening is something was holding back the movement and the flow of energy. And the flow of energy is what helps us to continue to move and flow. So there's almost like where, like if you think of like a dam is blocking all this water and there's not movement, all of a sudden it's like, and I don't see anything about like a tower or like the dam just getting blown up, but I just feel like all of a sudden it slowly opens to now free and allow flow. The water can now flow easily in a way that's like soft. It's not going to be intense. It's not like a drastic blow up. There's the soft energy in here with the High Priestess and the Chariot that's going to help you feel grounded. Let's just get one more for the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, Ace of Cups, Page of Cups, sorry. So this is new to me. This could be a new love coming in. This is like new offers, new people coming in that can create more sense of safety for you. They align with you. They're able to create new containers of energy in the relationship that really align more with love and truth and like stability, which I think is a huge focus for you based on the cards. So, you know, this was a really profound reading. There was a lot of dark, I don't want to say dark, but dense energy. But I feel like this is what's shifting out in June. So I am excited for you guys. I think this is a great reading for you and something to help give you some kind of light here within the clouds, right? We had that one card that had that, oh, this one in the Two of Swords. We have the light kind of starting to shine through the dark kind of dense clouds, which I think is a good metaphor for June for you all. So thanks for joining in. Hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet. And yeah, I will see you in the next reading, Scorpios. You have a good June. Bye for now.